Hey guys, I am IzDaisho and I am here playing some Magic, and today I have a real life Magic video for you guys. And I am playing this draft game against my friend, and this is game 2. Game 1 really wasn't worth uploading. He just got land screwed and he barely even played any spells. It was kind of gross. It was just like a beat down. It's like, alright, well obviously if your opponent doesn't play any spells, you're going to be able to win. If they don't have any creature, if they don't have any instants or anything, then you're going to be able to win the game. But anyway, he starts off with the Somber Wall Dryad, and then I am easily able to deal with that. I'll play a Burning Wall right here, so it doesn't even get in for any damage. I figure that I'll probably take a lot of damage from that over the entire game. I'm looking at my hand, and I'm like, wow, I really don't have an answer to that right away, so may as well kill it right here, and then that'll really be beneficial to me to just get it out of the way early. He plays an Orchard Spirit, and I play Thraben Heretic. I don't remember. I don't think I had the Thraben Heretic last turn, although if I had, I might have played it, and then it could have discouraged him from attacking. I wouldn't really have wanted to trade, but he might not have attacked, so that could have been beneficial. But anyway, he plays an Orchard Spirit, swings in for 2, and then he plays another Somber Wall Dryad. So that's kind of annoying. I'm now up to 4 lands, though, which is really where I hit my stride. I have Instigator Gang, and I have Mandran Shaman in my deck. And I've got Heretic's Punishment at 5 mana, go at 5. So those are a little bit later drops, but in general, I get to my 4-drop, play Mandran Shaman or Instigator Gang, and then that really allows me to like win the game from there. Those cards, if they're able to flip and stay flipped, then either of them can win the game on their own. So that's really cool. I play the Mandran Shaman, and now I have the Thraben Heretic and the Mandran Shaman untapped, and I'm looking pretty happy right here. I'm just gonna my next turn, I'm just gonna basically do nothing and then have my guy flip, and then he's gonna be in a really bad situation. You don't want to deal with the Mandran Shaman when it's flipped, because you're gonna take, alright, if you have a kill spell, you're gonna take 2. If you want to reflip it, you're gonna take 4. If you don't deal with it, then it'll just do 2 damage to you like pretty much every turn. But right now he decides to take care of it before it flips, so he Geist Flames it and then flashes it back and Geist Flames it again. So that'll deal the 2 damage necessary to kill it. Obviously swung in with his Orchard Spirit again. At his end step, I'll exile his Somber Wall Dryad using my Thraben Heretic's ability. But anyway, I'm not too upset about him killing my Mandran Shaman. I'm not happy, obviously. But what I can do here is I can just simply play my Haunt. Oh, by the way, that is all for you guys. I fixed my lands and stuff because last time you guys were complaining about my mana pile, and I know you've seen it a little bit, and you guys have probably already commented, IzDaisho, stop it with the mana pile, fix your lands, make them nice and pretty. But right now I decided to play my Haunted Fengraf, and that basically allows me to tap 3 lands, tap the thing and sacrifice it, and then I can return a creature card at random from my graveyard to my hand. So the only creature card in my graveyard right now is Mandran Shaman, and I really like that card in this deck because I have a few creature cards that really help me win the game, Mandran Shaman and Instigator Gang, which I managed to pull both of them this game, which is really, really lucky of me. But anyway, I had the Mandran Shaman, and that was just great for me that it was the only creature card in my graveyard, because now my Haunted Fengraf only has 1 thing to target, so that's pretty cool. He's got 6 lands out now, and an Orchard Spirit, and a Somber Wall Dryad, while my board position is, I think, 5 lands, Instigator Gang, and Thraben Heretic. He swings in with the Orchard Spirit. Obviously not going to swing in with the Somber Wall Dryad, that wouldn't make much sense, but then he plays Scourgedag Cultist and then passes the turn. And it's going to be my turn here. I have a couple of decisions to make because I really want my Instigator Gang to flip. I also want my Mandran Shaman back, and I also want to place cards from my hand. I think I'm holding a Silverclaw Griffin or something like that. You'll see him later on in the game. But I decide that I can swing in here because if he double blocks, then I'll be able to just Burning Oil one of them, so he can't. That's not really an option for him because then I'll basically take care of his entire side. But it pretty much snap decision, he just takes it, and I don't know. It could have been a pretty bad decision for me, especially since he's just going. Well, my guy's gonna flip, so that's really cool for me. But he's just gonna be able to play another. Well, first he's gonna think of just sacrificing his Somber Wall Dryad with the Scourgedag Cultist to get rid of my Thraben Heretic, but then he makes the smarter play, which would be to play his another Somber Wall Dryad. I think that's the 3rd one this game, and then he's going to sacrifice the Summoning Sick one to kill my Thraben Heretic. But in response to doing that, since I don't want my Thraben Heretic in the graveyard if I still have Haunted Fengraf and I have my Madrona Shaman, I don't want it to put that up to chance. So I'll just sacrifice my Haunted Fengraf here, put the Madrona Shaman back to my hand since it's the only creature. And he loses a guy, he kills my guy. Finally, I don't even remember to do that. He's just like, come on, come on, come on. And but then he can swing in for 4 here, so that's really a little bit annoying for me because my Instigator gang, if he had been back, then he wouldn't have been able to swing for the extra 2. And well, although he could have still swung it. I don't know. It would have been interesting. Because if he hadn't played if he hadn't tapped the cultist yet, then maybe he could have used that to finish off my Instigator gang if I had blocked, and then I really wouldn't be able to block with it. So I guess it was the right move on my part to swing in, since I probably wasn't going to block anyway on his turn, because then I would have just lost my guy. But anyway, my Instigator gang flips because he played a Somberwall Dryad and an Immerwolf, so that's good for him. Not too great for me, and I have to take care of that cultist before I play my Madrona Shaman. Otherwise, I'll pretty much it'll just die right away, because my Madrona Shaman is a 3/2, and his Skursdag Cultist can deal 2 damage, so it would just take it out right away. So I'd play Rack with Madness, and that's really bad for me because I know that I was only at 10, now I'm only at 8 life, and he's got a couple of guys on the board, so he can do some damage pretty quickly. My Instigator gang is going to flip on his turn, which is something that I really wasn't expecting, but is definitely beneficial to me. Obviously, I want my Instigator gang flipped, as well as my Madrona Shaman. So, right here, I have a couple of options, I guess, but I decide that I want to go the aggressive route and play my Madrona Shaman. I know it seems kind of aggressive, because I could just hold back, play Burning Oil, and then just slow the pace of the game down. But instead, I decide actually to play Bonds of Faith, and that is exactly what I do. I decide to slow the pace of the game down. Oh, that was awkward, but everybody makes mistakes sometimes. Anyway, I play Bonds of Faith on his Orchard Spirit, so that'll pretty much stop his attacks here. I could have used the Burning Oil too. I don't know why I decided to go with the Bonds of Faith. It probably would have been way better to use Burning Oil, actually, because, I mean, I guess Burning Oil is instant speed, so that's the benefit over it, while Bonds of Faith can pretty much take care of any big creature. So they both have upsides and downsides. I really like Burning Oil. Kind of upset that I passed the first one in the first pack, especially since I took a young wolf over it, and I didn't even end up running green, so that definitely didn't work out in my favor. I don't know. I really like young wolf, but I don't know. Maybe I'm picking him too early. Maybe he's really not worth a second overall pick or something like that. But I was trying to go into the green color, and he's one of the best cards you want if you got green. So I should have taken the Burning Oil, but in the end, I was a little bit upset that I didn't have to. If I had 2 Burning Oils, then that would have been a lot more removal in my deck, and that definitely could help me. But anyway, I played the Madrona Shaman finally, and I believe it is his turn now. And he didn't really draw anything. He's not doing too well. Letting that Instigator gang flip on his turn as opposed to my turn, which would have been real benefit to him, because one of the huge downsides to these werewolves is that you're gonna have to spend an entire turn to flip them. But he doesn't play anything again on his turn, so that worked out for me. And there you go. You see why he's not playing any spells. It's because he's only drawing lands. So he went out to an early he got out to an early start, and it was pretty good for him, but then later on in the game it just got worse and worse, and he stopped drawing cards. So there I make a mistake. I swing in with my Madrona Shaman. I really should have swung in with the Instigator gang. That would have been way better for me if I had swung in with the Instigator gang, because then I would have been able to just deal more damage. And there you go. I play the Silverclaw Griffin there, and the reason why I say that is because the Instigator gang has Trample, and Madrona Shaman doesn't. So Madrona Shaman was swinging in for 8, but he was just able to chump it with his Somberwall Dryad, and my opponent plays, guess what, guys? Another land. So anyway, I'm just going to swing in with everyone here. I play a land first, but I basically don't really want to take any more damage since I'm already down to 8. So I was thinking of leaving a guy back to block, but I figure that he's got to block something if he wants to survive this turn, since I'm going to be swinging in for 22. And so he's got to block the Madrona Shaman if he even wants to survive. So it's not too big of a deal if I swing in with it. It'll just benefit me. So he's going to block with his Immerwolf, and then he's going to take, I think 14, go down to 3 life, and then I play a Russet Wolves, and at this point he realizes that the game is completely over, so he's just going to show me the only card in his hand, which was Hunger of the Howl Pack. and then he's going to give up. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that game. It wasn't really the greatest game ever, I know, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll bring you the games from finals, which were really, really cool and interesting. So have a nice day, guys. Bye.